Sup, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of the Valente podcast. I'm here with my brother, John Valente.
Oh, do I say sup?
And today we are going to be going down the list of NHL teams and naming our favorite players on each team. So I hope you guys enjoy this one.
It's the Bruins. I don't really like anyone on them, but one player I went with Frederic because
I did too.
makes
Yeah.
everyone mad. And yeah,
Yeah, you remember when we met him?
yeah,
He signed that Tkachuk photo.
yeah.
Pretty sick.
I have
Yeah,
that.
he's a cool guy.
All right, you do the next three. I'll do that.
All right, next up, the Buffalo Sabres. I just had Tage Thompson. I think he's a physical player, tall guy, and he knows how to finish. Yeah.
All right, I had Victor Olofsson. Guy can snipe, and yeah,
He's
I don't really know
underrated,
much.
yeah.
I don't really know much about the Sabres, but
Tony DeAngelo, obvious choice. Dude is just a beauty.
expand
Like, he knows how to pass the puck. He's got insane vision. I mean, the 1920 season with the Rangers, he almost won he was a Norris contender. He knows how to play. But I know, he's got some attitude problems.
yeah,
But
looks to fight his own teammates.
yeah. But actually, when we were in New York, when we were going to the Rangers game, we saw him walking on the streets before the game.
Actually, I did.
Well, yeah, but yeah, we're going to meet up with Santini or something like that, and he was just walking the streets and went up to him and I was like, "Yo, can I have a picture?" And got a picture with him. It's pretty sick. Roope Hintz.
Oh yeah, I almost did him.
Yeah, dude's last year he had a really good year, and this year I think he's doing pretty good. But I like him. He's pretty
I
underrated.
just like him for his name. I feel like.
Nah, he's got some skill, and I like his name too. But
For the Oilers,
yeah.
next team.
Yeah.
I had Leon Draisaitl. I don't know. It's like I feel like the bigger players in this league are not that good. Like they're not fast, and it's hard to explain. But for his size, he's a really good player. I feel like he carries McDavid too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he carries McDavid, but he's making a name for himself this year.
I was kidding.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel people say that McDavid carries him, but I feel like if he put him on the second line, then he would still do really good.
Zack, an obvious choice, makes the Battle of Alberta something special. Just funny to watch him and Tkachuk going at it. It's always a good time to watch.
Yeah, but I said Sam Bennett. I'm a big Flames fan too. They're my second favorite team, and I just remember Sam Bennett on the Flames. They didn't use him that well. They put him on the fourth line, and I don't know. I feel like he was just known for his mustache in Calgary. But
yeah, he's got a nice.
They tried putting.
A nice stash.
I forgot what they drafted him. I think it was third or fourth overall. They tried putting him with Tkachuk, or not Tkachuk, but Monahan and Gaudreau, and he still didn't do anything on the first line. So I think it's just kind of cool that they moved him to a different team, and he's scoring all these goals all of a sudden. So
I'm surprised you didn't say this guy, but I had Duclair as my.
and I don't like him. He left
Rangers,
Ottawa. He left Ottawa.
Drafted by stop interrupting me. All right, so yeah, drafted by the Rangers, been tossed around to many teams, but he's got some skill. Solid player.
I don't like him because he's left Ottawa. I said Mike Hoffman. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got one of the hardest shots in the league, and he's not that good defensively, but he's still snipe. So on the power play, solid. Yeah. Used to be one of my favorite players.
Yeah. For me, it was Jonathan Drouin. Coming back from dealing with the anxiety and stuff, I got a lot of respect for him, and he's doing pretty good this year, I think. He's way better than the Lightning, obviously, but
Yeah.
that's all I gotta say.
And then next player are the Predators. I did Philip Forsberg. I mean, I still have like a lot of good favorite players on there, but like Matt Duchene, he's kind of a Senators legend, and it's like Fiala's or not Fiala, but Forsberg's been there for a while, and yeah, I feel like he's a good player. He's probably the best on the team, honestly. I don't know why the Caps traded him.
Yeah. I had the Senators legend Marc Borowiecki. That dude can fight. He can hit, and he can't really score. But again, like you need one of those players on your team to be successful. So Predators have that. I think he got in a pretty good scrum a couple weeks ago. I think he got ejected actually.
Next team is the Islanders. I had JG Pageau. I feel like him and Stone, ever since they left the Senators, they've been doing really good. I feel like Hoffman left, he was bad. Carlson left, he's been bad. Turris left, he's been bad. I just feel like Pageau has been a fan favorite in New York. Just solid third line guy, can do everything. You put him up in the lineup, he can still produce. He's just like a really good penalty killer too. It's like I think every team needs a player like him. Kind of wish he was still in Ottawa.
The Rangers jersey behind me, Artemi Panarin is my favorite player, and he will always be my favorite player. And the reason why he's my favorite player, it's got to be he scores goals, he can slow down play and make amazing passes. He's got some great vision, and he really does impact the Rangers and makes them a better team.
My favorite player on the Rangers is Ryan Reeves.
Yeah.
All he does is just fight rookies and scores big goals, and you gotta love that.
Yeah, he had a pretty good fight the other night against, was it Pizzetta or something?
Yeah. Wait, you actually agreed that these fights rookies?
No. Well, that was his first fight of the year, but
I feel like all the fights I remember of his are against like rookies. Like I remember I watched
Adam McQuaid when he was a Ranger.
Oh, I don't remember that. I remember I was watching this YouTube video and he fought the Stars rookie, and he fought Sabres in his rookie year. I feel like that's all the fights I remember. Maybe
good, but you see that fight when he fought Bissonnette?
No,
it's pretty good too. Yeah, Reeves destroyed him, but yeah, Reeves is probably the best fighter in the league.
Yeah. All right, Ottawa Senators are next. I had Brady Tkachuk jersey behind me.
Yeah,
it's probably like you can't. It's hard to explain. Like every team needs a player like him. He gets under the skin of everyone, and also score goals too. He's like a really good leader. He's good in the community, and he's kind of a perfect player. It's like I know every NHL. I don't know. Every fan of an NHL team just doesn't like him because he makes everyone else mad. But he's on their team. You gotta like him. He's my favorite. Yeah.
I gotta go with number 72, the anchor of the blue line, Thomas Chabot. Dude is one of the smoothest skaters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And seeing him in person when we went, like it was insane to see him up close. Just like his edges are insane. The way his stride, his crossovers, everything.
He averages about like 30 minutes per night, and he just never gets tired. So
yeah, it's
still effective.
Really
he hasn't like
got a lot of respect for him.
He hasn't scored this year, but yeah, he's definitely effective. He's definitely the best defenseman too. So yeah, I love him. Mm-hmm. Penguins are next. I don't like this team either, but I had Brian Dumoulin. He's from Biddeford and got to meet him. It's pretty cool. He brought the cup back to Biddeford, and yeah, I just hate everyone on the Penguins basically.
Yeah, I said Dumoulin too. You can't not hate him if you're from Maine. Yeah.
San Jose Sharks are next up. I had Timo Meier because it's going to be Senator. So
I also had Timo Meier leading the Sharks in points, tearing it up. He's a stud.
Yeah, can't wait till he's on
I
the
like
Sens.
I like his sellies, honestly. He's got some pretty hard sellies.
St. Louis Blues. I had Jordan Binnington because he beat the Bruins in the Cup 2019. So
Oh yeah.
I love him for that.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Love
can't
to
go
see
wrong with Bennington.
It's great to see the Bruins lose again. And yes.
Yeah, I
Love him
said
for
the
that.
same. Bennington, I had another player too, but Bennington, the swagger that he has, the way that he just, I mean, he's got some anger issues. As you can see, he's slamming his stick and like swinging at people, but I like him.
Savage.
Coming up from the ECHL and winning the Stanley Cup. Not many players can do that, especially goalies. So.
Yeah, he hasn't been the same since that Cup, but he's still savage. He still like swings his stick
I like him.
at people.
I also it was kind of a tie. I really like Jordan Kyrou, especially this year and last year. He's really been scoring goals and he's really underrated. I've seen a couple of his goals. He's got some nice goals and he's a good player that people should keep an eye on in the future.
Don't like anyone in the Leafs, but we have to pick a player. I said Jason Spezza, second best player in Sens history, so he's still doing good, honestly. On the fourth line, he's definitely with Simmons and forgot who else, but I think it might have been Kerfoot, but yeah, he's still producing and yeah, I just love him.
I have to go with a player that people are kind of sleeping on, Michael Bunting. I mean, we have the same name, and he's a really underrated player. And he was on the Coyotes earlier.
Yeah, Coyotes. Yeah,
a couple years ago. Yeah, and I think he had like a lot of points in like barely 20 games. I think one season.
Yeah.
And once he came to the Leafs, he's still producing pretty good amount of points. Not as many as the Coyotes, but yeah, people need to look out for him.
I heard last year, like he finished the season with like 8 goals in like 13 games. I'm probably wrong by the numbers, but finished the year with a lot of goals for the Coyotes. So
yeah, he's
keeping it going with the Canucks. I like a lot of players on the Canucks. They're a fun team to watch. I went with Bo Horvat. He's the captain, and I feel like he's kind of an OG. And yeah, he's a really good leader. I remember I was watching a lot of Canucks games on Hockey Night in Canada, and yeah, I feel like he scores in every game that I watch, honestly. So
yeah,
I like Patterson too. He's like for his size, he's not like the biggest guy out there, but he's still snipe and he's a really good skater. But still, I'm going with Bo Horvat.
I went with JT Miller, another former Ranger, in the McDonough trade. But he's leading the Canucks in points this year, and he wasn't doing it on the Rangers, but on his new team, the Canucks, he's really making a name for himself in the league.
The Olympics, that's the first thing I thought about.
Yeah, 2014 Olympics.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, Steph probably was my favorite players. Great times.
I mean, I could name like a rookie or something, or like a young guy, but I still got to go with Ovi. He's still scoring goals, and I think he's going to break Wayne Gretzky's record, to be honest. What do you think?
No, I don't think he will.
You don't think he will?
Well, no, yeah, I think he will actually. It just depends how long he plays. I don't know how far off he is, but right now.
I say he's got at least 2 years, solid years to score.
How many does he have this season? Yeah, I'll say he breaks
He's got over 10. He's got like 13 or 12.
Yeah, he's got to break it then. Yeah, he's still. I think last year wasn't like his best year, but I think he'll break it. I changed my mind. All right, last team.
I had Neil Pionk as my favorite player. He's my favorite player on the Rangers at the time. The 2018-2019 season. Like his coast-to-coast goal against Montreal was probably one of the nicest goals I've ever watched. That was so fun to watch. I remember that game like it was yesterday. I mean, I wasn't there, but I was watching on TV. And he had some skill, but the Rangers let him go. But Jacob Trouba, he's not the same as he was on the Jets, but he's a tough guy.